Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
It's been satisfying to watch U.S. officials and leaders exposing their own and what has been happening in regards to funding the wrong people by taking money from the Americans, taxpayers' money. Recently, U.S. Congressman Scott Perry has dropped a bombshell. He said that USAID funded Al-Qaeda, Taliban, and ISIS. These are huge claims.
We spent $697 million of the taxpayers' dollars in Afghanistan, including $534,719,000 in change from USAID in Afghanistan. I don't know what we think we're going to change in Afghanistan. We lost 22,000, lost or wounded 22,500 Americans in Afghanistan over the course of our term there in the war, spending over $2 trillion. We're just going to keep on spending because somehow we think it's going to get better. And if you're wondering who's in charge of Afghanistan getting the money, and that money I just mentioned, the $697 million is on top of, and is in addition to the weekly to every 10-day shipments in cash of $40 to $80 million. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Sarajuddin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end.
He said $678 million annually. That's every year. Americans, the taxpayers, are paying groups that are classified as terrorists. That is insane. And the fact that it's coming from a U.S. Congressman, he's the one that is sharing this information. It is huge because this is the receipt we've been waiting for, looking for. A lot of African media outlets have talked about before how these foundations, NGOs, governments, certain nations are funding wars and conflicts and funding rebels and funding some sinister organizations, and no one believed them. No one listens to us when we talk about this, but for it to come from the people themselves and exposing their own and what they've been doing with the money is just a great day, honestly, because we need the receipts to back up what we're saying. And here you go. Congressman Scott is telling us how much money is being funded to these entities and groups. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about Congressman exposing the USAID. I am Wongel Zelalem.